Hello guys, and welcome to another video from Ignay. This one is going to be going into the island update and some of the changes that they made, some of which I've been able to confirm as to what they actually mean by the wording and such, but we'll get into that in a moment. First off, a word from our sponsor. We are now sponsored by the app Aptoids, where you can get from either 5 to 20 to up to 40% off all in-game purchases if you use my code at checkout, which I'll put all the details not only on the screen now, but also in the description below. I also we'll post the link to a full description of how to get Aptoids and be able to start receiving the discounts as soon as possible and exactly how to do it. On top of that, as we continue to grow, we do have a Discord channel that we use that has many people that know what they're doing. We use it as a community tool. You can go in there, ask any question, and you'll more than likely get an answer from, if not myself, somebody that is highly knowledgeable in what they're doing. Now, as this is a community tool, there's absolutely no bullying, bashing, being mean, anything like that. And you can also be in there for updates as far as our sponsors and the increased giveaways that we can get. Now, speaking of giveaways, as we increase in popularity and get more subscribers and everything else like that, what I'm going to do is the first 3 months of any monetary gain that I get from YouTube or any of the sponsors, I'll be giving directly back to those that are subscribed and in the YouTube channel. So make sure that you bring your friends and we'll try to get something back to y'all. Alright, so with that, I had touched on this on an earlier video, but now that we have a few more details, plus they added a few more updates, I'm able to kind of go back and rehash and explain it a little better than I did before. So we'll go right into that. So first off, the duration of the competition is reduced, which is fine. The opening time, duration, unlock content of some season milestones is adjusted. So from people that I know that are in the island, basically because it's been reduced down to 38 days from the 45 it was before for the actual competition period, it basically just shortens it up a little bit so that, you know, instead of it being like a week in between the season milestones opening, it's, 5 days. New matchmaking mechanism in the season. Now, this is probably the most important thing, and I've actually had it confirmed. Matchmaking is going to be 100% based off of power. It's no longer based off of how many active nests you have or how close they are to T10 evolution, anything like that. I've been getting screenshots and collecting data on this to be able to see. There's people that have 50 people alliances that are around the same power as alliances that are at 100, and they are getting paired up to each other. So that power dropping is going to be more vital than ever before, as far as for your matchmaking. Let's see. The duration of the vote of quit season was adjusted from the 17th day to the day 33, which is kind of a big ouch factor, because if you just get stuck on a toxic island, you're stuck there for essentially the entire thing. So you might as well just stick it out the last few days. Because what is it? 38 days, and now you can't quit until day 33. So you only would be missing 5 days of the island. I don't know why they did that. I don't really agree with that. We've never voted to quit an island, but even still, I can see where that could come from real quick. All right, optimize the mud skipper event. Now I'm going to scroll down here because this one. So the starting time of the Marsh Hunter was adjusted to the 5th to 10th day of the competition period. The event is divided into active phase, day 5, rest phase, days 6 and 7, active phase, day 8 and 10. Only during the active phase can you challenge the mud skippers. Now on that, I don't know why they really did that. I am kind of curious on that. I don't remember exactly what day mud skipper starts on in the island, if it has something to do with Warzone or like a push into clash area or something like that. I don't really remember. If I remember right, Mudskipper usually came out right about the time that the bonus area would open up between blue and pink. So I assume it maybe has something to do with that, to where, you know, people can push and actually fight in that bonus area and then have to go right back to it. But I'm not really sure why they did that. Now, I have seen for Barren Island, I'm not sure if it is the same for regular island. I have seen where it shows that the actual stamina needed for the mudskippers has gone down, or whatever the Barren Island version is. I hope they've done that in the regular version as well, but that's to be seen. Okay, so added the feature season calendar. So basically what this allows you to do is, like, R4s, well, officer ranked R4s are able to essentially put a date that all the Alliance members can see, like, okay, at, you know, 0 UTC, we're going to attack building. At 3 UTC that day, we're going to attack another building, or whatever. Kind of cool, but not really necessary if you actually have a cohesive enough alliance that actually, like, pays attention to their alliance mails. So, but it is what it is. Added mail lists in the season notice, and season messages. I'm not sure if they had. Yeah. Okay, added mail list in season. Season notice and season message can only be checked in the season. R5 and officers can send season notice to all Alliance members. Mail content can be imported into Alliance topics and favorite coordinates. Some season-related system mails were moved to season message list. Again, I'm not really sure why they did that. I mean, it would have made more sense for them to make some kind of way to build a custom chat room, like with your allies or something like that in the game. But you know, it'll be all right. I do like the fact that they added the administrator channel for the Alliance, which will basically be where only the R5 and R4 can talk and discuss things in game. They've been needing that for a very long time, so I'm glad they have finally done that. And I also like that only officers can actually post. I accidentally closed it up. Now, the other thing that I know that they added is the R0. I know that there is some issues with the R0 where it doesn't always do exactly what it's supposed to do. Sometimes, you know, it completely limits them. Sometimes they're still able to talk in Alliance and such. Regardless, just the ability to be able to restrict the problem makers and being able to actually continue to cause problems. I love it. I wish that they would have done that a long time ago. Adjusted the island settlement rewards. I'm not really sure what that is. I assume that's probably, you know, makes it a little more even, because honestly, like, if you win the island, you don't really get much better than, like, getting second place, except for from obviously getting the skin and etc. etc. So we'll see on that. The new mechanism to force enemies to teleport in your Alliance territories. If an enemy is within your territory, he will be teleported to his or her initial place by force. Now, this is huge, especially like when you're crossing like a tunnel, or you're trying to push towards the tree and you can't because you know, they're able to port right in on your tower or whatever. Now, obviously, if they have the wonder anyway, they would be able to do that. But even still, like, the ability to no longer allow them to be able to really, you know, port ahead and then kind of force you out by simply just flooding the area, that's a big deal, and it's really going to change some tactics as well within the game, which I love. But all right, that pretty much finishes this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Hope this is a little informative, and we shall see you in the next one. Now.